Hello, everyone, back again. Hi, guys. Welcome back again to my channel. This is our live stream for the second live stream, actually. Just waiting for another countdown, 1 minute countdown, and then we shall start. Please, what are you guys drinking this Friday night? I really want to drink a bottle of wine. I've got one, but I don't have a wine, a cork remover. This cork remover. So the wine that I've got has a cork, but I don't have a cork remover, so I can't pour wine. I really need a glass. So we're just doing the countdown, and then we shall start. And then afterwards, your girl shall get ready for bed. It's the weekend. I'm not working this weekend. Let me balance for this my chair. Yeah. So just waiting for that countdown. We're almost ready. Please like this live stream, guys. Please, as you're coming in, tap the like button. Tap the like button. It's gonna help in getting this video out to other people. Okay, I really appreciate it. Let new people join my family. Okay, guys. So that's the 1 minute countdown there. Just a quick introduction and we get started. So, hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. So, what is TMO5 Kanduko? TMO5 Kanduko, I've got a small side business where I sell scented candles, home fragrances, car diffusers, home diffusers, body butters, bath bombs. I sell all of that. I make them myself. Yes, I make all this stuff myself. I don't buy from people that have already made it. No, I make them from the scratch myself. So my website is www.tmo5candleco.com, and we ship everywhere here, everywhere in the UK. We ship there. So yeah, with that being said, this nice video is about the is it a saga? I don't know if I should call it a saga. It's a saga between Chibana Cheifpriest and Opeyemi Famakin. So let's go talk about these guys. So let me introduce these guys to you, okay? So let's start with Cubana Cheifpriest. So Cubana Cheifpriest is a celebrity barman. So Chibana Cheifpriest is a celebrity. He holds multiple bars, and in recent times, if you look at some of them Davido shows, he's been on stage with Davido a few times. He's been on stage with Flavor, who sang Agbabola. How much is money? Premium or nothing, So that's Flavor. So most times you will see Chief Cubana Chief Priest on stage with what's it called? Flavor and Davido as well. And I think during Davido's wedding, it was more or less like it was all over the place with Davido. So he's into arts and entertainment, and yeah, so I think its only social media handle is Instagram. Okay, so this is his Instagram page. This is the Instagram page of Chibana Chief Priest. So that's what you see there, and he has a slogan. He has a slogan that money is water. That's a slogan that money is water, money can do, and that's a slogan. So now let's go. Let me introduce you to Opeyemi Famakin. Okay, Opeyemi Famakin. So Opeyemi Famakin, it says he calls himself Minister of African Food Tourism. That's his Instagram handle there. So Opeyemi Famakin calls himself Minister of Food Tourism. He's a food consultant, and yeah, so that he said he is Nigeria's biggest food and wine critic. So that's Opeyemi Famakin. So what happened between Cubana Chief Priest and Opeyemi Famakin? Let's get to it, okay? I've got some posts here that I saved. that we're going to be dissecting, okay? That we're actually going to be talking about. So from the title there, I put in quotes, customers are always right. And obviously the saga between Cubana chief priest and Opeyemi Famakin. So the story goes that food critic Opeyemi Famakin, please like this live stream as coming. Opeyemi Famakin shares the DM he received from Cubana chief priest. So I think there's a post before then. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go and look in my. I'm sure I downloaded it somewhere so that I can easily get to it. So I can easily get to it. Okay, so Opeyemi Famakin, like I said, is a food critic. He went to Chief Cubana Chief Priest restaurant in Owerri, I believe. So this is a video that Opeyemi Famakin shares. So that's Chief Cubana Chief Priest. Hi Happy, welcome. That's his restaurant. So what happened was that Opeyemi went to Chief Cubana's restaurant and ordered some food. So let's play the video so you guys can hear with your ears, okay?
Chief Priest and the management of Donald's restaurant. I visited your spots today and I have a few things to say to you. Let's start with your space. Your space looks really nice, and even though it's not an upscale dining spot and it's a fast food restaurant, the interior design gives a sprinkle of upscale dining spots. So, kudos to you on that. And then your local dishes, the rice and the protein, even though I didn't try your local dishes, they looked standard and they look like they would taste nice. And the portions of the protein, the size looked really, really, really big. So kudos to you on that. And I tried your juice too, your fresh juice. It was fresh pressed juice. I love it. But your pastries, I think that is where you are lacking and you could do better. So I ordered.
So guys, you all heard the Opeyemi is a food critic. You all heard the good intro, like the way he introduced it, like the review. So this is him giving his review of going into Cubana Chief Priest restaurant. He spoke about the environment, color, the demure, the steez of the restaurant. So surrounding an environment of the restaurant. And now coming to the food, this is what I want you guys to listen very well and keep your opinion, okay? And once you finish watching this video, you can drop them in the comment section, and then I will give my thoughts as well. Okay, so
the burger, and the first error they made was microwaving a burger. Usually, burgers are not pre-made.
So the issue there was that I said the first thing was that he ordered a burger and the burger was being microwaved. Guys, the first time I bought McDonald's burger. I did not eat it that day, so I left it in the fridge. The following day, I popped it in the microwave. The burger, bang bang bang, hard. It was hard. The roll, obviously there's a roll and the burger inside. The roll was hard. So according to Opeyemi, Opeyemi is saying that on a normal day with such restaurant, you shouldn't be heating up burger in a microwave. What do you guys think? What is your opinion? So let's keep listening to him.
It's a la carte, meaning you make it as the place and order.
So he said when it comes to burgers should be made as a la carte. So a la carte is, let me go and Google it, that you make it ready made, like you know how you go to McDonald's to buy burger, they don't already make it and wrap it. When you order it, that's when they are wrapping it, putting all the veg. I hope you guys understand. So that's what is trying to say, that's how burger should be. So your meat should be in somewhere where it should be in a cooler or in a oven somewhere that they are warming, or where the meat is being heated up, so that anytime you need it or anytime you need to make a burger, you just go into that pan, grab the beef, and then add all your fresh veg. So that's what it means that's the best way to make burger. So keep listening.
I already saw the burger I made and I was like, I'm curious. Let me see how a ready-made burger tastes like. And when I placed the order, I saw them put it in the microwave. You do not microwave pastries. First of all, again,
that's right. You do not microwave pastries. I've eaten all this pastry from Lidl, which I bought and put in the fridge. And by the time I wanted to put it in the microwave to eat it up, it went hard. Same thing as pizza. When you have leftover pizza and you want to eat it up the following day, if you put it in the microwave for too long, it will harden up. It will harden up.
when they order a burger, make the burger a la carte. But let's assume the burger was already made. If you want to warm it, you put it in an oven that's already hot for 3 to 5 minutes. But then again, you're not meant to warm burgers. You are meant to make it a la carte. And your other pastries that were also pre-made. When I ordered is it bread cake? I don't know what that is. They also put it in the microwave, and I would assume that they put your other pastries in the microwave. Your bread cake, I am not trying to be funny. If I stoned someone by your bread cake, the person would have a migraine. Now, I'm sure that when the bread cake was made fresh, it probably tasted nice and it had a soft fluffy texture, but microwaving pastries makes the texture hard and turns it to stone.
True.
So I would strongly advise that you either make some pastries a la carte or you get that heated lamp that keeps the food warm when it's in the show glass. And if you can't do that and you want to warm the food, I would strongly advise you put it in the oven. Except your pastries, everything else in the restaurants was standard. The service was good, the local dishes look nice, but your pastry chef needs to be taught one or two things. Again, I come in peace. I know this review might cost me my safety, but Mama didn't raise a bitch.
So that's him showing that. Or I don't want to play this video because it has music in it. So what actually happened is that Opeyemi is a food and wine critic. Like I said in the beginning, he went to Chief Cubana's restaurant in Owerri called Chris Donuts or something. What's the name of the restaurant called? Something Donald's. That's the name of the restaurant there. So you all heard from the beginning how we had, presented the entrance, the venue of the restaurant, like the chairs, the setting, and stuff like that. So the issue here is with Okpa was that he said when he went there, you were looking at the food that the look looks great and stuff like that. So he decided to order a a burger. So he said it was while he was there that they placed the burger in a microwave. That on a normal day you should not be placing burger in the microwave to eat it up. That if that was the case, you could put that burger in a preheated oven. Maybe have a oven on that's been on for about maybe 5-10 minutes, and then now place that burger in it for about 3 minutes. But putting a burger in a microwave is a no-no, because one, like I said from that example when I gave it, that if you put it in the oven in microwave, it's gonna be hard. The bread itself is gonna be really really hard. Same thing with pastry. If you put pastries or pizza, if you're reheating it in the microwave, it's gonna be very very hard. So this guy gave his opinion and said that instead of you um putting your burger in the oven in the microwave, that is something that you can teach the chef, like, okay, this in this case you don't put it, even if the patient, even if I say patient, even if the customer asks for the burger to be heated up, rather than putting it in the microwave, maybe preheat the oven and for a few minutes and then put it in. Or he suggested that he gets those glass. Hello June, how are you? Happy Friday. Or he gets those kind of shelf glass that has like heated lamp inside, so that way it keeps all the food warm up until it gets served. And then Okpa went on to give his opinion about the strawberry cake or something cake, that I said even when they microwave that cake as well, that if you threw that cake at somebody, it will give them a headache and stuff like that. So like I said, Okpa is a food critic. He dropped his review of him as a customer in a restaurant. Okay. So upon him sharing, you guys heard in the last minute when he said that this review that I've given might cost me my safety. I don't know why Okpa said that, because it's just like me going to McDonald's now. I was not happy with the service that McDonald's gave me. I came out here to share my opinion about, give a review about McDonald's. Why would I say, oh, even though I've shared this review about McDonald's, I am not sure of my safety? I would love to know why Okwe said that in that video. Has he ever had any issue with Cubana Cheifpriest before? Do they know each other before? Do they have anything going on between them that we are not aware of? Because I really want to, guys, let me know. Why did so you went into his restaurant, you've eaten food, you've given your review. What was the need for the you do not know if you are safe? Be saying that, oh, for this review that I've given now, I don't know if I am safe. Eyes, how are you? Welcome back. I would love to know why he said that last statement in that video. So Cubana Chief Priest now drop a message. Let me go and find that. But now dropped a reply to Okwe's review. Let me see if I can find it. So I'm trying to look for that comment that Cubana Chief Priest dropped for him. Hold on, guys. So this is a comment Cubana Chief Priest. So Cubana Chief Priest dropped a message, a comment under that video of the review that Okpe did. Abby said, yes, such a weird thing to say. Exactly, because I'm trying to understand why he said that. So Cubana Chief Priest now send a message under his review saying, thank you for stopping by, Foodie. Stay blessed, G. That was a message that Cubana Chief Priest dropped under the video that Okpe shared. However, it went into Okpe's DM. Cubana Chief Priest went into the food critics DM and say, karma is real. You must pay for whatsoever you sow in life. I don't fight low lives. I leave them to karma. The business you did your wicked review is owned by a 6 years old. Like, guys, so because the business is owned by a 6 years old, should the guy not have given his own review? Does it matter that this business is owned by a 6 years old? It's owned by a 6 years old, but not run by a 6 years old. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Zeno said, I think it's the unspoken rule of Nigerians thinking certain things shouldn't be said concerning them, especially the ones that think they are untouchable. Absolutely. Hello, OJ, how are you? So him now, he gave a different comment under the video where everybody or every netizen will read what he said. But then he went into the DM of the food critic and said this. So Okpe, the food critic, sent a screenshot and say, I know a threat when I see one. I guess it's time to leave Imo State ASAP. If anything happens to me while I am here, well, you know who to hold. I love how he was polite in the comments, just like I said, in the comment section for the world to see. And it was a different tone in my DM. So he pretty much like threatened Okpe in his comments in his DM, but in the public, he wrote a message under his video to say, oh, real Mufudi, thanks for doing that. Zeno said, Nigerians don't like criticism, whether positive or negative. Yes. Abi said, unnecessary drama. Come on. Exactly. However, afterwards, Cubana Chief Priest released a video, a CCTV video of the restaurant. That's up in the restaurant. So this was a CCTV video with no voice, no audio. So no audio in that video at his restaurant. And he said, you asked them to put, let me read it, guys. So he said, if you don't like, so yeah, it says that you asked them to put burger in the microwave. You said you asked them to put microwave, you asked them to put, his English was bad, so I'm going to try and read this the way I understand it. You asked them to microwave the burger for you, stood there and waited for them to do it. Then you turn around to sit down and use it for content. Cloutina. That was Cubana's response. That was Cubana's message to Okpe with the video of where Okpe was standing at the at the desk where he was ordering his food. So that's the CCTV there. There's no voice. He went on to say, if you don't like burger microwave, then why did you not stop them? Rather, you stood there to shoot the rest of your content as you waited for them to eat up the burger as requested. Thought his review was honest and I appreciated it. Then went to blast my staff, only for them to tell me he asked them to do so. So Kokbana is claiming that his staff said it was Okpe that asked them to microwave the burger. So Cubana is saying that when he saw the review, that he went to blast his staffs. And then his staffs now told him that it was the customer who is Okpe that told them to warm the burger in the microwave. And that if Okpe did not like microwave being, Okpe did not like burgers being microwaved, why did he ask them to microwave it? Guys, does it make sense? He went on to say, he asked them to do so and backed it up with videos. So because of his video, there's no audio in this video, so you won't have heard. There's no way to confirm if Okpe asked the staff to microwave the burger. So just be real, bro. We make mistakes and make corrections, but not with this style. Everything no be content. If it easy, you to try open where you go cook, make we come review. So Cubana is letting us know. So Abby said, but this is just say by doing this, he has given himself negative press. Absolutely, yes. Abby said, but if the burger was cold, what was the way to eat it up? Exactly. So I think the question now is, Cubana Cheifpriest, was the burger cold? Where was the burger kept? Where was the burger kept? Anytime I go McDonald's go buy burger, it's always warm. 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 KFC, if I go there to chop burger, it's always warm. They don't have to put it inside anything for it to be eaten. So Abby said, Zeno said, please, who serve cold burgers? Exactly. I have returned so many fast food for being cold and they always apologize. Same here. Abby said, isn't it microwave they have available? I would imagine that's what they have available. Zeno said, exactly, Abby. What other ways would it have gotten eaten? So hence why Okpe advised him or suggested that maybe you should have those shelf or those containers or glass tables where that has heated lamp. So normally they have like this glass whatever where they keep all the pastries, and you have this lamp like an halogen lamp which constantly keeps the food warm. This food critic suggested I have such. Thank God it's Friday, Bob 5. Yes, OJ. So he suggested, if this food critic suggested that instead of eating it up in the microwave, maybe preheat your oven 5 minutes. Then maybe explain to the customer that, oh, it's going to take maybe about 5 minutes to eat up this burger. If you don't mind, we'll let you know. So he suggested preheat the oven for about 5 minutes and then place the burger inside it. So that way, the bread is not going to go hard. The pastry is not going to go hard. It's just going to be lukewarm enough for the customer to want to eat it the way it's warm. So Chukwubana is claiming that no, that it was Okpe, it was the food critic that asked for the burger to be warmed up. Abby said they would say no, we use an oven or whatever. Exactly. Conversation about microwave would never have come up if the burgers were made up the right way. Exactly. Exactly. Zeno said Okpe even tried to exactly. He gave him an advice, suggestion. And Abby said, unfortunately, Okpe isn't liked, unfortunately. So everyone, I didn't even know about the guy from anywhere. I did not know about him before. But when I saw this video, that was when I knew about him. So I had to go to his page. And there are some good, happy stories of how he has supported people's businesses from reviews. So we are going to get there. Okpe's criticism was very constructive and polar. Absolutely, I agree with you, Abby. Zeno said, Nigerians like to normalize rubbish. Why can't we hold ourselves to high standards? Exactly. So now, obviously, I still said earlier on that I don't understand why Okpe said that statement in the last section of that video that, oh, I don't think now that I've given this review now, I don't think I am safe here, blah, 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 blah. And then Cubana Cheifpriest came out to say, you know what, it was Okpe who asked for the burger to be warmed. So which meant that the burger would have been cold. So Cubana Cheifpriest, if your burger was cold, how do you intend to eat it up? Even if the customer asks for the food to be eaten up, for the burger to be eaten up, you have a chef. How do you expect your chef to heat up that burger? If, okay, Okpe asked for the burger to be warmed, how do you expect the burger to be warmed up? In this way, I felt like Cubana was being cheeky and making drama out of nothing. Everybody, to the best of my knowledge, customers are always right. Okpe was a customer and he gave his review. And reviews could either be positive or negative, or you could get both negative and positive, or negative or either way. So in this case, Okpe gave the positive side of the restaurant and then he gave the negative side. If I was that business owner, I will thank Okpe and say, oh, thank you so much for the review. We are going to make, adjustments and changes. And would you mind, invite the customer again after you've made the changes? Invite that customer again to say, would you like to, extend an invitation and say, do you mind, coming to our restaurant, blah, 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 blah. Do that. But no, what did he do? He gave a message, dropped a message under his review, and then went into the DM to obviously Okpe counted that message as a threat. So Zeno says, stop serving food you don't know how to serve. Exactly. Serve your rice and chicken, nobody will complain. Absolutely. Or serve your isiewu or ukwobi, nobody will complain. Because yes, nobody eats up pastries. Nobody eats up. Even me here when I make meat pie in my house, I don't eat it up in the microwave. My husband does that, but I don't eat it up in the microwave. I, like you said, I preheat the oven and put my meat pie in there. Common sense is not common, not at all. So in this regard, I went to Opeyemi's page. Opeyemi said, dear Nigerians, Allow me do my job. Not everything is an attack. Not everything is tribalistic. Not everything is personal. Now, imagine if the management actually listens and makes the needed changes. That being said, I pray I get back to my CC world. So that was why I said that reviews could either be more positive or negative. And as a business owner, you are supposed to take heed of both reviews. The positive side, elaborate more on it. And the negative side that you've got in regards to the review, make the changes and then invite that critic back to your restaurant. I don't think Cubana knows who Opeyemi was. I don't think he knew who Opeyemi was. Because if he knew, he would have taken those reviews seriously. Because I now went onto that page and most people under the comment were like, oh, they did not even know that Cubana Cheifpriest have a restaurant. Ultra X Media said, Mom of Five, how are you sure that the burger? I was asking that what if the burger was actually cold? That was my question. Go and watch again. Ultra, you know what? I don't really appreciate that comment you're dropping here. You are new. You did not start this video with me from the beginning. So if you really want to communicate with me, if you have the time, go back and watch this video from the beginning. I did not say the burger was cold. I said, what if the burger was cold? And what if, or if truly, Opey asked for the burger to be warmed up? As a chef that you've trained in your restaurant, how do you expect them to eat up the burger if the customer said they wanted it eaten up? I would expect whatever chef you have there are well trained to know how to eat up a pastry. So you telling me that I'm accusing Cubana? How have I accused him of? You don't get sense at all. That I'm taking side. And like I said, Opey is a customer. He has every right to trash his business because he was a paying customer. He did not go there to chop food free of charge. Exactly, Abby. Let's be fair. A conversation about eating up food about eating food up wouldn't come up unless it's not hot. Exactly. That was why I said, what if the burger was actually cold? And let's assume that Opey asked for the burger to be eaten up. So as a chef behind the counter, how do you eat it up? How were you trained to heat up the burger? Because just like Opey said there are other ways you could heat up a burger in a preheated oven. Preheat your oven for 5 minutes. When the oven is warm enough, put the burger in it. That way, it will still keep the composure of the burger. The bread will not be hard. The bread will not be soggy. Your strawberry cake that I said, you can also put that in a preheated oven. Because on a normal day, if you buy croissant and you eat it up in the microwave, by the time you bring it out and it cools down, it's gonna go hard. It's gonna go hard. This is normal thing I've done at home myself. It's gonna go hard. Same thing if you have a leftover pizza from the night before and you put it in the microwave to heat up for a minute. By the time you bring it out, the crust, the base will go hard. What are you talking about? And like I said, yes, I am behind Opey because Opey is a customer. He was a paying customer, and customers are always right. And this just reminded me of the case of that Chioma with that Erisco food company. Yes, Opey, like I said, I don't understand why Opey said, oh, me giving this review now might not go well because I might not be safe. Yes, Chioma did the wrong thing by saying the tomato paste was spying people. Chioma had no reason to put spying people. She could have given a review, said this was too much sugar, this, that. But Nigerians, as always, they don't think their businesses, they should be reviewed. So somebody bought something they were not pleased with, and she came out to say, oh, this tomato paste, too much sugar, this, that, this. Yes, the only wrong thing Chioma did was alleging that the tomato paste was spying people. If Chioma did not allege that potato paste was spying people, I swear to God, any court that Chioma goes to, she will win that Baba Erisco, and that Baba Erisco will pay fine. That Papa Erisco of that Facebook tomato will pay fine. If Chioma did not go and say, oh, that you tell your uncle to stop selling tomato paste and spying people. If she did not say that, yes, she would have been able to sue Erisco Foods. She's a customer and she's allowed that review because she paid for the product. She was not offered the product for free. Even if she was offered the product for free, if you really want to help the business owner, you will give the review accordingly, truthfully and fairly. Oh, Abby said oven is always best. Yes, the chef should have known exactly. So he has untrained chef. I bet building, I bet petesi shelf. Zeno said also Nigerians need to stop opening businesses that they are not willing to do what it's exactly. So such places now, if you eat something now, you complain of food poisoning, they will tell you no, no be their food you chop where you get food poisoning. I'm telling you, ultra media. This is my opinion. You can fuck off with your thoughts. I don't care. Who are you? So somebody went into a restaurant to order food. So now let's assume the burger was cold. Should you be buying or be selling a cold burger? So let's assume Okwe went in there and a burger was cold. And let's assume that Okwe was the one that asked for the burger to be warmed up, to be heated up. So as a chef, what is the best way to heat up the burger? Putting it in the microwave is not the way. And I would expect a chef to know that better. And as a restaurateur, I would expect Cubana himself, to know better that you don't eat up pastries. The same money and water, he's traveled all over the world. It's either you serve your pastry cold, and which people do. Some people prefer cold pizza. Some people prefer cold croissant. Some people prefer cold pastries. For me, I don't like cold pastry. If I buy it and there's leftover, I've done it the first time I ever put a pastry in the microwave. By the time I took it out, it got really hard. I couldn't eat it. It was when I now went to go and read the instructions that I realized that preheat your oven for about 5 minutes, and then you put your pastry in it for a couple of minutes, and then it will come out as if you've just baked the pastry. So with that being said, okay, Okwe asked for let's assume, like I was saying, that Okwe asked for the burger to be warmed up. As a chef, how were you trained to eat up the burger or pastry? How am I not being fair in my judgment? Because like I said, go back and watch how I started this video. And when you interjected was where I was asking that, okay, what if the burger was actually cold? What if the burger was cold? And like I said, Okwe was a paying customer. No be say Cubana Cheifpriest invited him there to come and eat free food. He paid for his food. And he left a review. And if I receive such review, I will elaborate the good side. And then the other side, the suggestion I was given, if it is not already in place in my restaurant, I will ensure I'll put it into place, maybe as a trial first, and see how that has made a difference. And then invite that critic back to that restaurant. Invite him back and say, oh, we really appreciate your suggestion. We've put it into place. Would you mind, do you mind when next you are in Imo State? Please come around and visit us. 15% off your total food order. You don't do that. Instead, you drop a message as if you appreciated his review, and then you now went into his DM to say the business was being. Remember that the business you want to tarnish is owned by a 6 years old. Was it the 6-year-old that was behind the counter? Was the 6-year-old the chef? Was it the 6-year-old that was employing the staffs at the restaurant? What nonsense are we talking? What nonsense are you saying here? The business could be owned by anybody. Is the 6-year-old in that restaurant serving the customer? Abby said, like I said, would a conversation about the temperature of the food come up? Exactly. What do you think? Exactly. And you know what? The business, a karma is real. The business you're talking about that you're trying to ruin is owned by a 6-year-old. So my question now is, was it the 6-year-old that employed the chef? Was the 6-year-old behind the counter serving customer? Does the 6-year-old know that the burger was cold or not? Was the 6-year-old there to be aware if the customer was the one that asked for the burger to be heated up? So because the business was owned by a 6-year-old, does it mean that the only 6-year-old children, if you go there, go chop? That's his own. That's how he does his own food review. You can't teach him how to do his job. If you're not happy with the way he did his own food critique, go start doing the same thing he does as well. He was not forcing his review on anybody. He pasted this on his social media handle. And like I said, Okwe was a customer. He did not go in there to eat free food. So I've noticed this in most of Nigerian businesses. If you provided a good service, you will get the recommendation for the good service. And if your service was shitty, if your service was poor, yeah, I will tell you, I was not quite happy with so product, but I will suggest you do this, you do that. He even gave you a suggestion. Suggestion will be saying some people go pay money for to get from whatever people that is managing their business. That was the same thing. That was the same advice that Daddy Freeze gave to that Mr. Man that holds that Erisco food. That okay, let's talk. Say okay, this review now. Which you might give. Instead of you coming out to go and say the girl will rot in prison, why don't you ride on that negativity she gave you, rebrand or make use of that negative side she gave? Instead, come out and say, oh, our tomato paste consists of 90% concentrated whatever to whatever, 1% of sugar, 1% of salt. I said, okay, but in this case, with the info we have, who was wrong? We already said Okwe was wrong for this comment on his safety. Exactly. Was it right for a business owner to go and threaten a customer? Say, this business you are trying to ruin, no, you remember that karma is real. This is this. Remember, the business is owned by a 6-year-old boy. What's my business with the restaurant being owned by a 6-year-old boy? Now, the 6-year-old boy serve me food. Now, the 6-year-old employ the people where they there. Now, the 6-year-old train the people where they there. Zeno said, Ultra, how would you have reacted if you ordered food and it was cold? Also, what would he exactly? What could he have done better? And this guy gave him what he could have done better for the business. He didn't re-override. It was just exactly. And with that being said, I went to Okwe's page. I want to read what he said on other brands. Mind you, he's supported hundreds of businesses. And there are reviews on his Instagram page of how he came to their restaurant, their business. He gave a review. They acted on the review that he gave, and that blew their business. I'm trying to find that post. So he gave a post. He wrote a post. He said he did 50 reviews, 49 positive, 1 negative. The one negative trends, and the media uses that one negative review to push an agenda. In quote, Okwe is a villain who ruins people's business. How is giving a review? So it's like, let me buy. There was a time I went to Morrison. I bought a pasta, this cheese pasta thingy, and while I was eating it, I felt like maybe a sand, or I felt I chewed something that was grainy. And when I checked, it was a piece of glass. It was a piece of glass in that food. I packaged it up, went straight to them, customer service. They did not even, in fact, they had to take me to their office. They were so apologetic. If now Oyibo person, buy such and hurt a glass, that's a big lawsuit to that supermarket. Because Oyibo fit claim say as he didn't chop the pasta, it cut into my gum. I bled, my gum this, my gum that. Till tomorrow, I'm still collecting apologetic vouchers from that supermarket. And this happened like 5 years ago. I could have gone onto their website, or assuming I had Facebook there or YouTube there, I would have come here and give them, like, shade them. I will shade them, cost them out, still, and I will still sue them. And they will still be the ones to keep begging me. With that being said, I was pregnant with my son, and I bought this fruit bar. That fruit bar was on the shelf. So immediately I opened and I started eating it. I already finished eating it. Somebody just said to me, check the expiry dates. That snack bar that I ate expired 4 months ago when I opened it and I've eaten it. The kind of fear that ran through me that I've just eaten a whole pack of a product that expired 4 years ago. I went straight to the customer service assistant and said, look at the product I bought from you. I still have my receipt. That's one thing about when I go to supermarket and I buy something. While I'm still in that supermarket, I keep my receipt. In fact, until I get home, I still have my receipt with me. I went straight to the customer service at desk to say, I bought this from you. It's expired. The lady was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to refund you your money." And I was like, "What? Is that all you're going to say to me? I've just eaten a product that's been 4 months out of date. Look at my I'm pregnant. Do I know what this could? Do I know what danger having eaten? It was like all this snack bar. I don't want to mention the name of the brand, but it was like snack bars, like a breakfast cereal bar. And I was like, you're just going to offer me 75p? You don't know if this is going to cause some damage to me or my unborn baby? Immediately I said that, she grabbed a seat, she asked me to sit down. She was on a tannoy to the manager. It wasn't until after I had my baby, they were still in communication with me. They paid me compensation. I did not even sue, but they offered me. They say, we are sorry about this. This shouldn't have happened. That they check every day which of their products are going out of date and they remove it from the shelf that it could have been missed. I was like, well, it being missed is not my business. I've picked it up as a customer. I've eaten it. Till tomorrow, if I go into a shop to buy something to eat, I always check for the expiry dates. So after that incident, up until I had my son, they were in contact with me. My baby turned out fine, even though I am enraged. I could come out and say, I am enraged that thing where I chop. But that was not the cause of it. My baby was fine. And I told them, yeah, my baby was fine. I collected money. They gave me money. If now other people wait like they know they are used to doing stuff like that, they would have taken them to the cleaners to hang them dry for more money. So what I'm saying in essence is this: he gave you that review. What you should have done is, yeah, you thank him in the public. There was no need for him to have entered into a quest DM and start saying, the business you are trying to run belongs to a 6-year-old and karma is real, blah 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 blah. No, no. I'm gonna read comments, guys. So the comments are: Zeno said, also, may I point out that if some food drops below, exactly, if some food drops below a certain degree, you shouldn't even sell it. You are right, Zeno. There are some people who don't like see the way we cook rice and it's still in the pot, and the following day once we eat it, we warm it again. Some people don't. They don't. Once you eat that rice, once you cook rice, if they don't finish that day, they throw the remaining out. They don't ever re-warm or re-eat rice. Same thing, pasta. Some people don't. Me, I be Nigerian girl, and they always they reheat my rice the following day because I make cook am. But in normal day in a restaurant, if some people normally rice, if you cook it, they eat it that time. If there's any leftover, they don't reheat it. If they either eat it cold or they throw it out because they don't want to reheat the rice. Ultramila said, the person, I would politely ask for it to be warmed and not act like I'm teaching them what to do. Politely asked for it to be warmed, but this is a food critic. It was doing a job. It was doing what it knows best. The kind of review he gave, some restaurants, some businesses will pay him for it. Here in the UK, there's something they call secret custom, secret shopper. Yeah, secret shopper. When I used to work with Sainsbury's does it. They will just a random customer, someone will just come into the shop. They'll buy something, and while they're in that shop, while they're in the shop, they are assessing the environment, the cleanliness of the environment. They may to check maybe there are low litter anywhere, to check what is going on in the supermarket, how friendly are the customer, are the staffs, everything about this. In fact, everything about service, environment, communication. That is what that person is there to check. And then once that's done, they will now write a report. Normally, we won't know if that person, you won't even know maybe the person you are serving is the secret shopper. But if you love your job, if you do what you're supposed to do as person where they work, where they do in job well, there's no need to pretend that you are. If you don't laugh at customers, there's no need to suddenly start laughing because at the end of the day, you won't even know that person was a secret shopper. So maybe a week later, there will be a report to say, oh, there was a secret shopper. It was Wemi who attended blah 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 blah. And then when we pass 100%, because the person will give us a review on environment, the person will give us a review about if there are clutters in the shop. The person will give us a review about the dressing of the staffs. Are they smart? Do they look clean? And then the customer service as well. That's the 4 points. If we score 100% or 98%, any staff member who gave the customer service will be given a £10 Sainsbury's voucher. Me, I dey always dey look for because extra £10 na joke. Companies themselves would send a secret shopper to their supermarkets, to their business to ensure that the staffs are actually, portraying what that supermarket, what that business is meant to portray. And there have been times where other people have come, they've come and we've got like 80%. So in that case, if we don't achieve 100%, they don't tell us who was the customer service. They don't tell us which of the staff members attended to that secret shopper. It's just so that others don't start saying, "Oh, wouldn't you have known?" They won't tell us who it was. They'll just say, "Oh, we failed the last secret shopper." If we pass it, they will say we passed, and they will name the name of the staff who gave the excellent customer service, and then they reward you with £10. Abby said, Ultra, there's no evidence about how he asked. Exactly, there was no evidence. He showed a video, but there was no voice. And I'm sure Okwe was like, how do you justify the service that I received with a video with no audio? Zeno said, Ultra, we have no audio, yes, as to how he asked. Two, if he was being negative, he could easily have not given a... Exactly. There wouldn't have been any positive review at all. Ultra said media, exactly my point. No one was there, but Mom5 is not being fair on judging. How am I not being fair? I asked that, what if the burger was cold? What if the burger was cold? What if the burger was cold? And as your trained staff, how did you train them? Okay, like I said, allegedly, Okwe asked them to eat up the burger. And Okwe knows that burger cannot be eaten up. And if it should be eaten up, there's a way you could eat it up. But he saw them put it in the microwave. That is the issue here for Okwe. You shouldn't be putting your burgers in the microwave to eat it up. You could have put it in a preheated oven. Or that's why I gave them the suggestion, buy a cupboard or those glass that has light in there, like those halogen lights to eat up the food, to keep it warm up until. And like I said, so there are some food as well, even pastry or whatever, in those glasses as well. If it's getting to a certain time of the day, you can't sell them anymore because there is a certain shelf life for some food. There are shelf lives for even pastries. If it's past a so time during the day, you can't sell it anymore. So, Ultra, I don't understand you. Okay? And I'm not forcing my opinion. Like I said, this is my opinion. Cubana just wanted 100% exactly, wanted 100% across the board. Even those who goes to Dragon's Den, if they are doing their business, at some point I stopped watching Dragon's Den because I was always like, those people are too mean. Is it because you want to give one person money to do business? The way they will speak to the people, their products. How am I so sure that this product they're going to sell? How am I so sure that if I put my money in your business, you'll be able to give me capital in 3 months? Grilling them on top how much you want to give them for business. And he didn't get that. Hence the manipulated statement about it. Exactly. And at 6 years, what's the business of the 6-year-old? The 6-year-old was not in the premises. The 6-year-old was not the one serving the food. Abby said, okay, Ultra, I don't really know how to explain. Maybe you didn't start the life. Exactly. You should go and work from the beginning. I'm not going to respond to him anymore. Daddy Freeze, normally when you go to Daddy Freeze shows, if you don't super chat him, he won't read your comment. So I'm not going to give your comment any hair of light. On the matter of temperature, the restaurant is wrong. Okay, he already called Okwe for his unnecessary statement. That's all he did wrong as far as same here. Gino said, Okwe Ultra, I see your point. However, Kubans made this as a negative as he has got. Exactly. We can agree to disagree. Absolutely. Hello, Osadolo. Good evening, welcome. So, just like I said, me that I'm sitting here, I am a small business owner. Though I don't provide face-to-face service, okay? If you joined my video from the beginning, I told you I make candles. I make scented candles. I make home fragrances. I make body butter, skincare product. I make them and I sell them on my website. Since I've been selling this business. I mean, I've had this business for just short of 3 years. During the time I've been selling my candles, I've never had any customer say that, oh, your candle did not smell well, or your candle. No. The only time I had an issue was when I posted the product to somebody and it got smashed during delivery. I packed it really well. I packed it like because obviously they are in glass jars. Let me show you. So some of my candles come in glasses like this. So obviously at times you can, no matter how you packet them away as no matter how well you pack glass, if it's not been handled well, it might crack before it gets to the customer. So like I said, I've been selling candles for 3 years. Only one person said to me, "Oh, by the way, they ordered. I think they ordered about six candles and about four diffusers because they said they love the fragrance, so they ordered the same fragrance all the time." So she emailed with a picture saying, "What, out of this product I bought, one of the candles smashed open." And I was like, I apologize. I was like, I'm so sorry that I try my best to wrap this thing, but these things do happen in transit. And I asked her what would she like. On a normal day, I'm not even supposed to ask her that, oh, what would you prefer? Do you want refund or do you want a refund or a replacement? On a normal day, I shouldn't ask. I should just send her a replaced product. I should just send her another candle. But because she's my repeating customer, I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but what would you like? Would you like me to send you another candle in the same fragrance, or would you like a refund?" She was like, she's happy for another candle. And with that being said, and I said to her that if it's possible, that jar that is broken, there's a way she could use pliers to maybe remove the jar and pull out the candle and put that candle into another empty glass. And she was like, oh, she was already thinking of how to do that. So I said maybe just put like warm water in a pot or in a jug and place that broken glass in it so that way it loosened the candle a little bit and then she can easily pull it out. She did that and she was able to use it. But still, because I love the fact that she's a returning customer, and I was able to act straight away to say, you know what? On a normal day, if the Niger customer, they'll tell you, hey, no be my fault, say the matter, they can't do break now. Go meet the courier, we deliver them to you because I pack them well. No, that's not the way to do. Because I know things like this happen. Even though I label it fragile, like I said, there was about 5 or 6 candles in the box. It was only one that broke. Me sending a replacement is not it's not gonna make me lose out on the profit I'm supposed to make because one candle alone, if I because I buy these glasses in bulk, so I'm able to at least my profit on one product is okay for me. It's not a matter of you making multiple interest or multiple capital profits on products. So I was happy until today. I still retain her. Come Christmas now, I am looking forward to the order she's going to place because she's my returning customer. She buys on like £1,000 or almost £700 worth of product from me because she has a spa. She has a spa somewhere in Manchester. So she will buy a lot. And then anytime any customers that come towards her during Christmas period, she gives it to them. So I could have said, "Oh, it was not my fault that the candle cracked. That I'm not about to give you a refund." Or or some people might say, rather than giving you a refund, or rather than giving you another product, they will say, "If you order another product, I will give you 10%." No, I don't do that. I don't do that. Rather than offering her 10%, I'm happy to send her. I asked her, "Would you like would you like a replacement or a refund?" She was like, "Oh, she's happy for a replacement because she loves this candle." So in the case of a Kubana, that's why I said no. That review, take the positive side. In fact, showcase the positive side the more. Do publicity well. And then the negative side that Okwe said, even come out and for the fact that he has appreciated him, there was no need for Kubana to go into Okwe's DM and start saying stuff to him. And Okwe has to take that as a threat. Um, Abby said, imagine Cubana just said, thanks for coming and for your feedback. Would love to have you again soon to try. Exactly. That would have just, in fact, Okwe will even, so because people have to go into Okwe's DM and say, in the comment section, they don't even know that Cubana has a restaurant in Imo or wherever it is. So in a way, Okwe has given him publicity. Because lots of people, like, the first, oh, they don't even realize that Cubana has a restaurant. So that's cheap publicity, free publicity is giving you. Customer service is very, very important. Especially when you have a business like that, that means that people are coming in. Yes, in this age that people will carry their camera everywhere. They will do that for your business if they are not happy with it. But instead of you to take on board what the person has said and brush up on what he has said, you come across it to drop a comment in the public so that people will say, oh yeah, instead you went on to his DM and start saying stuff. So while Okwe was saying that he did 50 reviews, one of it was negative, and it was negative one that went viral. The Shark Express, if you are in Nigeria, I've been to the Shark Express before when I was in Nigeria. Okwe went there to give a review, and that review has blown that Shark Express business. So this is Shark Express. It says this is a video that hasn't made us post or rest for 3 days. We want to extend our heartfelt apologies for the delays in orders. For the first time in 4 years, Shark House experienced a complete sellout, serving over 2,000 seafood lovers in just 2 days. We are truly grateful at Okwe for making this happen, and we appreciate the overwhelming love from our community. So this was from Okwe's review. I don't know what kind of review Okwe gave them, either good or bad, but they have obviously taken into consideration what he said, and that gave their business publicity. More people went to Shark Express. And he goes on to say 3 million naira. He gave 3 million naira to support food businesses. So it's just not being critique for nothing. He's supporting smaller businesses as well. So if somebody is doing critics, how is it really business? It's giving people critics feedbacks to get better at their business, and it's also giving grants to small businesses. So just because you be babalowo, money na water, and people someone review your business, you now turn into something like because you be woo, so people can't review your business again. If I'm a disgruntled customer, you gave me a service and I'm not happy about it, I'm going to call you out. Maybe I might not call you out the way. Obviously, Okpa is a food critic, but being a customer, I might not call you out. I will contact to say, well, the services I got, so I was not quite happy with it. I think you should make a difference. So it's not up to you. It's the way you reply to me that will determine what my next action will be. If you're telling me that, because how much you spend, it be better, then I will bring it to social media. Zeno said exactly, just even capitalize on the free platform. Exactly. And this could easily have turned into, oh, wow, I criticized him and he asked for. Exactly. Abby said yes. Didn't know you had it. Yeah, most people said I don't. I only drink alcohol occasionally. Abby said, yeah, didn't know he had. Most people did not know he had a restaurant. Abby already answered. I like my rose occasionally. Make you send me 20 carton because we don't enter winter now. So I need to be pouring a glass of wine every night after work. I only drink occasionally. I'm not an alcohol. I don't really fancy alcohol that much, but yeah, I only drink occasionally. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Abby, she likes Wawulens too much. Hey, Missy Wahala. Me, I like Wawulens. No Wahala. Ultra Media, I'll wait for you at the front. So nobody say you won't buy me one carton. It also I like Wawulens. I don't hear you. But truth be said, I did not say anything wrong in what Okpe did. Okay? Because if he was a paying customer, he would have asked for his money back. I mean, he was a paying customer, so he's allowed. Let's just put aside that he's a food critic. Let's just pretend that he's not a food critic. He went into a restaurant and you were like, it's just like me being a chef or me being a cook now. I went to a restaurant to go and eat jollof rice, and all I can taste from the jollof rice is bay leaf. So people, do you know that if you add too much bay leaf to your jollof rice, it will overpower the taste of the jollof rice? Do you know that? When I cook jollof rice, because I've got a large family, so I cook in large bulk. I don't use more than one bay leaf in my jollof rice because I don't like overpowering because if you put too much bay leaf in your jollof rice, it will overpower the aroma of the jollof rice itself and even the taste if you use too much. So me now, being a foodie myself, that I know how to cook, I now go to a restaurant to go and eat jollof rice, and all I can smell is bay leaf. No, I would not be happy with such food. I would not be happy with such food. Zeno said, Ultra, you are new here. I'm sure he's new. He's saying that he knew me from a case from the time of Selena and Afiba. So the case of Selena and Afiba, now you think so so the kind of way you want Selena, the case of Afiba to be spoken about, you want it in it's gonna be a tough one today. It's gonna be fun in here today because we are talking about Selena and Afiba. Hell no. Now oju like oju pipon, that's what we're gonna use. When I'm passionate about something, I could be emotional and I would not care what anybody has to say because it's my opinion. And in the case of Selena and Afiba, yes, I'm so emotional and passionate about it. So when I was talking about it, and if I ever had a chance to talk about it again, it was the same energy I started it with that I will continue it with. Because like I said, I am a parent. I want a Nigeria whereby tomorrow, if my oldest daughter says, Mom, I'm going to Nigeria to visit grandparents, I'm like, all right, okay, bye. And then I will know that she's safe. Abby said, Ultra, send that one carton of rose Moeto, luxury or nothing to luxury or nothing. How much is money? Ultra, if you're here from the beginning, she was fair. She's passionate, that's all. Thank you, Jari Abby. Yeah, Abby, I know she's very passionate, but she doesn't see a wrong sometimes. What wrong? What wrong? That's why I said you started the show about 5-10 minutes since. I mean, you joined the show when we're about 5-10 minutes into the show, so you probably did not know how I started the show. And I will implore you to go watch from the beginning. And if at all you felt I was just, I think you don't even know Okpe. This case of Cubana Chip, I only saw the post 2 days ago, and I scheduled this live stream last night. So how did I know Okpe? I did not know Okpe from nobody. I did not even know what he does. Hello UK family, how are you? I don't know him from anywhere. And I've seen Cubana Cheifpriest how he bragados everywhere. And that's not a bad thing that he bragados. He's a rich man. He's proud of what he does. And he's an entrepreneur. So I must hail him for all his business ideas. But just because somebody comes into your business, and like I said, let's put aside that Okpe, let's just pretend that we don't know that Okpe is a food critic. And Okpe went in there to buy food and the burger was cold. I will not be happy. Yes, I will ask for the food to be warmed up, but then it's up to you, the chef. What is the nutritious way to eat up burger? What is the best way so that you will not, that will not deter or that will not impact the taste or the texture of the food? How would you eat up the food? How would you? I'm trying to think of like just like custard now. You made custard and the custard is cold. Or let's say porridge. You make porridge. Or somebody goes to a restaurant and you're meant to buy breakfast, a porridge, and the porridge is cold. So, and as a customer, I say, oh, the porridge is cold, but I want it warm. What would you do? In that regard, what I would do straight away is the one that is cold, I will turn it out and make a fresh one. I'm not saying you can't point me out in wrong, but I'm not agreeing with you telling me that I am wrong. I'm not judging. Cubana don't be my family member. Okwe is not my family member. But I'm putting myself in the shoes that, okay, if I buy food, I buy burger, and the food is cold, I will take it to the counter and say, come on, this burger is cold. Can you warm it up for me? It is now up to the chef to warm that food up that way, in the way that it will not alter the texture of the food. It will not alter the taste of the food, because at the end of the burger will have vegetable in it now. How would you? So burger will have lettuce. Burger will already have the sauce. Is it mayonnaise sauce or is it sriracha sauce? The burger will already have all of these things in. So you know that if you put all those stuff like that in the microwave, the sauce will make the burger and whatever inside of it go soggy, and the bread of the burger will go hard. Do you know that? So as a chef, knowing this, how is the best way for you to heat up that food for me? Hence why Okwe said burgers and croissant are made as a la carte. Is that how they pronounce? I can't speak English. I know how to speak French or Spanish. A la carte or al carte, if that was how we pronounced it. That is the best way. And I've just started the example that if you go to McDonald's, I've been to McDonald's that I was ordering my food, and I could see the way they were putting the burger together. Took the bread, had the beef, had the cheese, had the veggie, had all the sauce. In my presence, I was seeing them from the corner of my eye how they were making it. They were making it ready. Nobody say they don't already do them and then they just carry and put them. No. And when halakat, hey, Allah, English is not my first language. So I saw how they were making the burger, and when I picked it up, it was warm. I wouldn't even need for it to be heated up or not. It was warm because the burger was warm. Apparently, the burger was already made and kept somewhere that is keeping it warm. And the roll, the bread itself, the bun is kept in the place that it's going to make it fresh up until maybe up to a certain time. They won't be able to sell it after a certain time. Exactly, Abby. That's why I'm saying that the burger will have the lettuce, the cheese, the sauce, sriracha sauce, whatever sauce that you have in the burger, All of those things were already in the burger. So if you now go and put it in the microwave, the sauce will go watery and make the lettuce soggy. So now I'm getting to just soggy burgers. These are stuff I've done unknowingly. Oh yeah, I bought burger. It was in the car. I went shopping. I was like, it's too cold. Let me put it in the microwave. Yes, sauce, everything. Made the burger soggy, and then the bread went hard. I no fit chop am. I had to chuck it in the bin and go and drink my garri and groundnut jeje. Hi, June, how are you? They so for some things we can have different opinions. Others there's just no agree. Absolutely. Okay, Ultra. Thanks for your contribution and feedback. Zoe said, I they don't hire chef to handle their business. They still get probably exactly possibly. I like all entrepreneurs because I know it's not easy. Okay, I hear you. It's not really about selling a lot of food. It's about giving quality service, quality food. It could only take maybe just one person to come to to a business, buy it, be impressed, and then that person will now tell 100,000 people, and those 100,000 people will now be a returning customer to you. It's not about quantity, it's quality, satisfaction by a customer. Happy said warm lettuce. Cute, woo me. Others said Cubana is one of the reputed. We are not doubting that. He's a club man. He's into entertainment. Now, how many restaurants he get? That was the first ever restaurant he's ever opened. He's got a club. And club, what do people eat there? People don't eat burger at clubs. They either eat maybe small chops like maybe beef, gizzard, or stuff like that, and then they drink alcohol. That's what most clubbers do. I've been to the Corinthian here in the in Scotland. What were we eating? Now so shake we go there with the drink. At some point, me I was like, me I'm hungry, oh. And they were like, madam, on your way home, you order McDonald's. I'm like, so where you carry us come, you no go give us food chop. That's also to the drink. What were we drinking that day? I was drinking NSC. And I was like, I don't think I want to continue drinking because I'm starving. My friend and her husband, they were just looking at me like, Mom of five, on your way home, order McDonald's. We no order food for here. And most clubs here in Scotland, most clubs that I've seen, they don't order food. They don't have food in their bars. It's just alcohol, drink. And most people on their way home, that's where they'll branch at McDonald's. McDonald's runs 247. They know they short. KFC in City Center runs 247. They don't close because they know, like Friday now, Friday from 11 o'clock, people are on their way to the club. They will drink. And then when they're on their way home, 4 o'clock in the morning, they will branch at KFC, McDonald's to buy their breakfast. That's how they do it. So in Nigeria, bars, they have like maybe, like, um, small chops, beef on a stick or something, suya. That's what they eat. So he's into entertainment. But how many restaurants has he successfully ever run before? This is his first restaurant. He's learning. He's not a food person. So it's like me now, being a candle business now, and I'm now doing food. I've not been in the food business for a very long time. So it's going to take me a while. Like at times, that was one of the reasons why I almost owned the restaurant here in Scotland. But because there are so many things that I'm not aware of that I don't even know how to go about it. So I just ditched that idea like, food business. No, I'm not doing it. Because what if people want to? So I'm saying I want to start catering for parties. What if people come into my restaurant and they want to sit down and eat? How would you do food? Will you just do food and put it in the freezer? And then if they order, you go and take it out of the freezer and reheat it? No. So anyway, guys, I'm rounding up. Another 2 minutes we'll be out of here. It's past my bedtime. We are encouraging our own, but then if we want our own to be successful, we need to be able to correct them to do the right thing. And the bread will come hard. Exactly, the bread will come hard. That's what I'm saying. That you don't. That's what the guy was saying. That you don't put burger in microwave. Mallory. Mm. Abby said he has definitely entered another dimension. I don't know why people don't like live stream. The live stream I did earlier, there was 79 people watching me, only 12 likes. Bio Bell, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Cubana Cheifpriest disappointed me with it. Exactly. I did not expect such outburst from him. Somebody that moves with people like Davido, who is a brand ambassador for Scottish whiskey. and stuff like that. It moves with people who work with brands. I was not expecting such response from him as well, to be honest. I was not expecting such. What I was expecting from him was like, oh, thank you so much. We're gonna put it. We're gonna consider your recommendation, and if you don't mind, please come back again to our restaurant. And here's a good gesture: 50% off your next order from us. That's how you do it. Not being nice outside and then you go and be sending messages. And then, like I said, I really love to know why Okwe said, "Oh, this review that I've given now, I don't know if my life, if I'm safe." I don't know why he said that. Maybe there was there any unfinished business between him and Cubana? I don't know. I'm just asking. Biobel said customers are always right. Yes, you know what? I would say customers are always right 70%, because at times there are some customers they just want to rob you. They will say the thing they bought from you is not good only because they only want an extra or they want their money back. So 70% customers are right, but 30% as a business owner, look at the review you've been given, make changes so that somebody else will not take your business for granted. That's just my opinion. Give said, Mom of five and everyone have a safe. Thank you so much, June. Have a lovely weekend as well. Biobe said, when someone spends his or her money on a product, then that customer has every right to critical. Absolutely. And it could be positive and it could be negative. Absolutely. I agree with you, Bill. But our Nigerians with their entitlement, with their it's not even entitlement, with their nami better pass. You can't talk down on me. You can't tell me what to do. This, that. Like I said, with that review that Okwe did, so many people said they did not even know that Cubana has a restaurant. So free cheap publicity. Biobel said people criticize Coca-Cola Toyota. Absolutely. There was a time I called out An o'clock when I got my car and I had an issue with my car. They knew there was a fault with my car when they sold it to me. But obviously, me being a first driver, I don't know anything about cars. I just took the car home. But I noted that if I want to start the car, I hear it sound like two metal clapping together, like a loose metal. Anytime I start to ignite the car, I hear bagown. And this is a car that was registered in 2013, and I took hold of the car in April of 2014. So that car was brand new, and whoever had it before us only had it for 6 months. So you can imagine a car that is less than 6 months old with such issue. I was hearing and I was concerned. So we now took out that car to our mechanic, and the mechanic was like, "No, there's a problem with the starter of this car. That a car that is less than a year old, brand new, there's a problem." Our mechanic told us. So me, I now went back to Anoclack.com. This is what my mechanic told me. I need you to run a diagnostic check. And we all know if you take a car for diagnostic check, you will have to pay. If they don't find any faults, you will pay for the cost of that diagnostic check. If they found a fault, you won't pay for that check, and then they will arrange for how to fix the car. I did 5 diagnostic check, and the clerk did not find anything wrong with the car. But my mechanic was telling me, no, there's something wrong with this because my mechanic started the car and he heard the sound I was complaining about. At some point in the morning, I'll have my voice recording on to record the sound of when I start the car. Because how can a car that is less than a year old, brand new, be giving me that sound? So I was not happy, and because I took out the car on a car finance, I had to contact my finance. I had to contact my finance company to say this is the issue I'm having with this car. I've contacted an clerk. I've did 5 diagnostics checks. They did not find anything wrong with it. That I would really love them to step in. Let me quickly read comments here. Mom of five, I really do appreciate your opinion, even though we differ. That's fine. I mean, people, we cannot all have the same opinion. I always say this on my channel. We are different people. We cannot all sleep in the same direction. I always say this in any of my videos. I'm not going to force my opinion on you. You allowed your opinion. And for the fact that you allowed your opinion, don't be rude to me. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. I'm allowed my opinion. You allowed yours. As long as I'm not disrespecting you while you are dropping your opinion, do not disrespect me because I'm sharing my opinion. I prefer it that way, but if you come onto my comment and you're being rude to me, you're being disrespectful to me, I'll curse you out. I'll curse you out. Abby said, can't stand rude customer. Same rude comment. Same here. Will you be the mother of a... Who is this middle? You're not wanted here, I beg. Exactly, and condescending commenters, and you come here to be to be condescending to me, and you don't you think I will not return your energy. I will give you the same energy. Gbas gbos. So just like I was saying, I had to contact my the car finance to say, you know what, this is the issue I'm having. I think there's a problem with this car, and I think Anoclack were aware of the car before they sold it to us. So I explained the problem of the car to the finance, and they were like, okay, we are going to bring their own independent engineer. So they said, and for me, I kept all the receipts of all the diagnostic checks that I have paid, and those time diagnostic check with Anoclack was £75 each time. So I went there back and forth 5 times. Hi, Mr. Watts, welcome. I went to an o'clock 5 times for diagnostic check. I did not think there was anything wrong with the car. So where I kept all of my receipts, and when I contacted my car insurance, they sent out their own independent engineer who came. In fact, I was not working that day. Who drove the car around, checked the car, and after that, he said to me, "Yes, madam, you are right. There's something wrong with the starter of the car." And it was like, why did Adol Clark keep saying to me that they did not find anything wrong with the car? I said, I don't know. So thankfully for me, the independent mechanic said, I'm going to request for a replacement car for you, which means that they are going to take the car to Arnold Clark themselves. So I gave them the branch of the Arnold Clark where I bought the car from. What insurance do you use? I use Tesco Bank. My car insurance is with Tesco Bank. So the independent mechanic that my finance company sent over said is going to write a report and is going to arrange for how the car is going to be taken to Arnold Clark, and that Arnold Clark will send me a replacement car. If it's going to take them 6 months to fix the car, I will have a replacement car. So the following day, my car finance company got in contact with me to say that I should drive the car to that Arnold Clark, that they've already contacted Arnold Clark and they've asked me to bring the car. So I drove the car to Arnold Clark, gave them the key. I didn't have to do anything. So when I now got there, Arnold Clark gave me one Colo car like that as replacement car. I said no. I said no. If you're going to give me a replacement car, it has to be like for like. Middle, it's not everybody that has my car. Our car cost about £23,000 when we bought it. As at then, I did not have £23,000 cash to go and buy a car. I did not have £23,000, and then I was working with Sainsbury's, so I was able to get some money off. So when I took the car back to Arnold Clark gave me a very mini, like a small car, like a Picanto or whatever. I think yes, it was a Picanto, very small car. I was like, no, if you're going to give me a replacement car, you give me like for like. I've brought a 7-seater back to you. I'm going to live here with a 7-seater car. They were not going to give me a 7-seater car. So I took a taxi home, called my finance company, and my finance company sent me a minibus. I've never driven a bus ever in my life. Even at that, I did not even drive that. It was my husband that was driving it. My finance company sent us a minibus. So the car was with an o'clock for about, I think, 3 weeks. They fixed it. And then my finance company got back to me that all of the extra money I've paid in order to get to make sure that my car was fixed, that they needed me to send a proof of the receipt. So the receipt of the diagnostic checks that I paid for, my finance company refunded everything back to me. In fact, they even gave me apology money. I think they gave me apart from my £75 times 5, they refunded that to me. Then they gave me an apology money. I think they sent me a check of about £400 or something. They sent me my insurance company. You can imagine, and the clerk was going to give me a Picanto. I'm like, my car is a 7-seater car. So if you're going to give me a replacement car, you're going to give me a 7-seater car as a replacement car, because there's a reason why I bought a 7. There's a reason why I bought a 7-seater car from you. Yes, there's a reason why I bought a 7-seater car from you. So now, how am I going to transport my kids in a Picanto? Tiny Picanto, 2 doors. So my finance company stepped into action straight, because they know that at the end of the day, I'm still paying for this car. And if they don't deal with it, they won't get the remainder of their money from me. Because there's no point paying for a car that you're not getting the service that you're meant, that if you're paying for a car that is not even giving you the reason why you're buying it from. So they know my insurance stepped in, because they know that if this person, if we don't fix this problem, we won't get our money, because they already financed the car and I'm paying them back. So they sprung into action, asked me to take the car to an o'clock. They fixed it. I'm still driving that car till today. And that's especially you are laughing. Me with my basketballs, I went there with basketballs. I said no, I'm not. I left the Picanto car there. I called my insurance, my finance company. Like, you know what? Take a taxi home. Make sure you get your receipt. The following day, they brought a minibus. In fact, I think it was a 12-seater they brought. Buy a car. Okay. Mido said even if it's a cheap car, it's still better than finance. To be honest, that finance that we got then, it was a good deal. And like I said, I was working with a company which allows me have money off when I was buying the car. So maybe I think I got about 20% off with the company I was working for then. So I was able to get more money off. So it was a good deal. It was a good deal. To be honest, I won't lie, it was a good deal. And I'm still driving the car till today. Bill Bessel, I agree. It's for the business to use to implement it to handle the situation. Thank you for the review. We have taken note. We want to assure you about improved. Exactly. Absolutely. You'll be absolutely. That was what I would have done in that case, other than the way Cubana did it. Mido said you can buy a car for $5,000. It's not as good as, but I know. But then as time goes on, you need to start spending more money on it. Bill said that's good. That's how it's supposed to be. Customer service should be, yeah, it should be priority. Yes. Which country in Africa are you from originally? I'm from Nigeria. Anyway, guys, I only plan to be here for an hour. So yes, this is just a message to all business owners. No matter how big or how small your business is, if you're being given a review, elaborate on the part of the positive and the negative one you receive. Try and take it into consideration, implement it, try it out. If it works for you, invite the person that gave you the criticism back. Say, we thank you so much for your suggestion for visiting our restaurant. We've taken on board your suggestions. This is an invitation for you to come back to our restaurant, and here is 10% off or 50% off. Maybe that day when they come to eat, surprise them with 50% off their bill. That's the way you do it. Don't come and be showing big man. If you be big man, you don't need to show business. If you don't need to have business, if you're a big man and you don't need the public money to feed, then you're not supposed to create businesses. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for those of you who have watched me or who are still watching me. I really appreciate it all. If you're watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can super chat me. I'm collecting gifts. You can super chat me by clicking on the dollar sign there. And yes, I hope to see you all again tomorrow. There's a topic as well that I would love us to discuss. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if I want to put it as a video or as a live stream. I will decide hopefully by tomorrow. Have a lovely weekend to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Abby, for being a good moderator. And thank you so much to each and every one of you who have joined me from the beginning of this live stream till now. Have a beautiful Friday night. Have a beautiful weekend. And I hope to catch you all later in my next video. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.